class 4. We were learning the third lesson, I Love My India, the introductory part. Last class, finally we have seen the boundaries of India. The northern boundary of India is protected by Himalayas. The southern side of India is a peninsula because it is a water bodies, namely the Arabian Sea in the west, the Bay of Bengal in the east, and the Indian Ocean in the south. Then we have seen that Kanyakumari is the southernmost tip of the mainland of India. However, the southernmost tip of the country is Indira Point. It is in Andaman and Nicobar Island. So, Kanyakumari is the southernmost tip of the mainland of India. The southernmost tip of the country is Indira Point. Where is it? Indira Point is located in Andaman and Nicobar Island. If you have not yet subscribed this channel, you can subscribe it and press the bell icon also in order to get the upcoming lessons. Okay, today we are going to read about unique diversity of India. What is the word meaning? Unique, peculiarity, speciality, special diversity of India. Diversity meaning difference. Yesterday we have seen the word meaning. India's diversity can be seen in her people, culture, festivals, dresses and customs, religions, flora and fauna, and varying landscapes. So, here describing the diversity of India, it can be seen in people. In India we have different people, is it not? From east to west and north to south, each state is having different type of people and they are having their own culture also. Cultural diversity, that is one of the important diversity of India. The diversity, the cultural diversity of Kerala is different from the culture of Tamil Nadu, and in its state ways you can see different culture in India, and there are different festivals. You know, there are national festivals, social festivals and religious festivals in India. Can you say the main national festivals of India? There are three main national festivals we have. First one is Independence Day, which we celebrate on 15th August every year. Second one is Republic Day, that we celebrate on 26th January every year. Then Gandhi Jayanti, when it comes on 2nd October every year, we celebrate Gandhi Jayanti. So these are the national festivals of India. Can you say which are they? There are three main national festivals we do have. Which are they? Independence Day, Republic Day and Gandhi Jayanti. As well as there are religious festivals. Which are the major religious festivals of India? Diwali, Holi, Dasara, Ganesh Chaturthi, Janmashtami, Navaratri, Basanta Panchami, Pongal, Onam, Durga Puja, and many more. These are mostly celebrated by Hindus. Then Eid al-Fitr, Eid al-Suha, etc. are celebrated by Muslim communities of India. Then Guru Parvas, Baisagi, etc. are celebrated mostly by Sikh community. Then we celebrate Mahavir Jayanti in India. Then Buddha Purnima, Christmas, Good Friday, etc. are some of the example for a religious festival which we celebrate in India. As well as there are social festivals. Social festivals are celebrated by all people together, such as New Year, Teachers' Day, Mother's Day, Earth Day, etc. Several religious festivals have also taken the form of social festivals such as Lohri, Baisagi, Christmas, etc. As well as there is diversity in dress code of India. There is a large variety of Indian dresses, the most popular being dhoti kurta for men and sari blouse for women. Salwar kameez also very popular. You know that people in town and cities wear modern dresses such as coat, pant, shirt, t-shirt, jeans, skirts, etc. Ornaments are popular with both men and women, especially rings, earring and chains, etc. Okay, in India we have people, their own dresses and customs, religions. We can see religious diversity in India. Though India is secular, India welcomes all the religions. What are the major religions of India? Hinduism, Islamism, Sikhism, Christianity, Buddhism, Jainism, Zoroastrianism are the major religions which we have in India. Then comes flora and fauna. What is flora? Flora, the plant of a particular region, habitat or geographical period. Flora means the plants of a particular region, particular area, particular habitat. Then fauna, the animal of a particular region or habitat or a geographical period. Flora means plants, fauna means animals which live in a particular region or a habitat. Also various landscapes like mountain, plateaus, plains, desert and valleys, islands, etc. That we will see in this lesson later. Okay, in spite of this diversity, the people of India remain united. They respect all religions and celebrate most of the festivals as one nation. This unity makes India a great country with a unique diversity. So we have seen that a lot of differences are there in India. Yet the people of India remain united, or people of India stays as one nation. they respect all religions. India or Indians respect all religions and celebrate most of the festivals as one nation. So we together celebrate the festivals of all religions together. It is one of the speciality of India. Which is one of the speciality of India? Though there are differences in India, people of India accept it and stay together. And they do celebrate different religious festivals together. This unity make India a great country with a unique diversity. This is the another uniqueness of India. Even in the midst of differences, we live peacefully and amicably as one nation. Can you define diversity in the classroom? Having a diverse group of students simply means recognizing that all the people are unique in their own way. Their differences could consist of their reading level, athletic ability, cultural background, personality, religious belief, and the list like that goes on. In the class also you can see diversity, differences. All the people are unique in their own way. All the students, all the children are unique, different in their own way. These differences could consist of their reading level. The reading level of the students of a class are not same or equal. And the athletic ability. The athletic ability of the students also varies. Like that cultural background, all are not from same culture or cultural background. And the personality of all the students in a class is not similar. There is also differences or varieties. Also religious differences are there. So what is called cultural diversity? Cultural diversity also known as multiculturalism. Usually cultural diversity takes into account language, religion, race, gender, age and ethnicity, etc. Can you remember the national symbols of India? National symbols of India. The national animal of India. Which is the national animal of India? The national animal of India is a tiger. Which is the national bird of India? The national bird of India is a peacock. You know the national emblem of India? The national emblem of India adopted from Ashoka Stupa from Sarnath. The symbol contains 4 Asiatic lions standing back to back on a circular abacus. At the bottom of the lion's abacus sculpture, there is an elephant, a horse, a bull, and lion sculptures were curved. Okay, what is the national anthem of India? You know, Jana Gana Mana. It is the national anthem of India, which is written by Rabindranath Tagore. Okay, which is the national flower of India? The national flower of India is a lotus. The national fruit of India, do you know? Mango is the national fruit of India. The national song of India, Vande Mataram, written by Bankim Chandra Chatterjee. Then which is the national game of India? Hockey is the national game of India. Which is the national tree of India? The national tree of India is a banyan tree. So here we have seen the uniqueness of the diversity of India. The unique diversity of India. Okay, next we will go and see the physical divisions of India. Physical divisions of India. The landforms of our country vary from place to place. India can be broadly divided into 5 physical divisions. Landforms of our country. You know, you have seen earlier lessons the different landforms of India, like mountains, plateaus, plains, the Great Indian Desert, Thar Desert, and islands are the different landforms of our country. It to vary, it has difference from place to place. India can be broadly or widely divided into 5 physical divisions. Into how many divisions India can be broadly divided? India can be broadly divided into 5 physical divisions. They are the northern mountains. Northern side of India is mountains. We have seen Himalayas. Then the plains. Second, the plains. The northern and coastal. The northern and coastal plains. And thirdly, the southern plateau. The southern side of India is a plateau. Then fourth, the western desert. It is also called the Great Indian Desert. Where is it? It is mainly located in northwestern side of India, in the state of Rajasthan. You can see the Great Indian Desert. Then comes the islands. We have 2 group of islands in the Arabian Sea as well as the Bay of Bengal. Okay, you shall study about these landforms in the coming chapter of this book. This is the physical map of India. You can see the mountains, the northern mountains. The northern mountains you can see. Then you can see the plains. Then here comes the southern plateaus. Then here you can see the Great Indian Desert, the Western Desert, the Great Indian Desert. The Western Desert is also called the Great Indian Desert, which is mainly located in the state of Rajasthan. What is another importance of Rajasthan? It is the largest state of India. Then comes the islands. We have 2 group of islands. First one is in the Bay of Bengal. See here. So below that here you can see a group of islands. Andaman and Nicobar Islands. It is called Andaman and Nicobar Island. Here also you can see a group of islands. In the Arabian Sea, which is located in the western side of India, here you can see Lakshadweep. That is also a group of island. This is the major physical division of India. Don't forget to take a screenshot of the page at the same time. Okay. Let us go to the next page. Okay, now we are going to read and understand about political divisions of India. Political divisions of India. You can draw a political map of India. I have shown you in the last class. Like that, you can draw a map of India. Okay, from here you can start like that. You can draw the map of India. I only draw it while I was in the room for you. Okay, take time and learn to draw the map of India. Now you have a lot of time to learn to draw the map of India. This is the political map of India. Okay. You can also draw the neighboring countries of India and the different states of India in the map of India. Okay, let us read the page. On linguistic basis and for administrative convenience, India has been divided into 29 states and 7 union territories, including the National Capital Territory of Delhi. Okay, on the basis of linguistic means on the basis of language. We have seen that in India people speak different languages. Is it not? There are different languages Indians speak here. So on the basis of language and for administrative convenience, for administer to administer India, for the convenience of administration of India, it has been divided into different states. So here comes a question regarding the number of states. From this year onwards, we have 28 states and 8 union territories, including Jammu and Kashmir. Still last year we had 29 states, but now Jammu Kashmir became a union territory. So now the number has changed. So there is no change in the National Capital Territory of India, which is the national capital of India, Delhi. So New Delhi is the national capital of India. So we have different states and union territories. It is divided because for the administrative convenience. Okay, then in India we have a government at 2 levels. In India, how many level of government we do have? We have two level of government. Which are they? First one, the central government at national level, it is in Delhi. Where is our central government located? It is located in Delhi. Second, the state government at state level, at state headquarters. In each state, there is a state government. So here you have to understand, we have two level of government. First one is central government, which is located in Delhi, as well as we have state government. Each state have their own government at the state headquarters. At the state headquarters. Next, the union territories are governed by the central government. At the same time, we have seen that we have different union territories, including Jammu Kashmir. Now we have 8 union territories, and excluding Jammu Kashmir, we have now 28 states. 28 states and 8 union territories. These 8 union territories are governed by the central government, which is located in Delhi. Okay, here are a few facts about states of India. What is that? Let us see. Rajasthan is the largest state in area. In area wise, which is the largest state of India today? Rajasthan is the largest state of India in area wise. Goa is the smallest state. You see Rajasthan in the political map of India. It is the largest state of India now in area wise. Okay, then which is the smallest state? Here you can see Goa in between Karnataka and Maharashtra, a small state. You can see, is it not? This is the smallest state of India. Which is that? Goa. Goa is the smallest state of India. Now you have seen the largest state of India as well as the smallest state of India. Next, Telangana is the 29th state. Okay, it is the which is the lastly added state of India? Telangana. It was carved out of Andhra Pradesh. How Telangana has made? It is made by dividing Andhra Pradesh. Okay, both share a common capital. So by dividing Andhra Pradesh, Telangana has made. Now in Andhra Pradesh, now there are two states, Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. Both of these states having same capital. Both of these states share common capital, which is that Hyderabad. In future, Amaravati will be the capital of Andhra Pradesh. In the future, there is possibility for making Amaravati as the capital of Andhra Pradesh. Then this Hyderabad will go as the capital of Telangana. Okay, we will go for a certain question answer work. Yesterday we have answered these 3 questions. Tick the correct sections. Officially India is called Republic of India. By population, India's position in the world is second How many states are there in India? Now we have 28 states excluding Jammu Kashmir. Okay, come to the next question, fourth question. Which of these countries is not one of our neighbors? Which of these countries is not one of our neighbors? The answer is Iran, Pakistan, Maldives, Iran, Myanmar. The question is which of these countries is not one of our neighbor? So Iran is not come in our neighboring country. Fifth one is Bangladesh lies in India. East, B, West, C, North, D, Northwest. The answer is East. Bangladesh come in the eastern side of India. Okay, please go through this portion, understand and learn it. If you have any doubt, you can ask to me. The rest of the portion we will do in the next class. Thank you. God bless you.